thanks for the sub. I am just getting started tonight. I have got a lot of miniatures to paint, and so I'm trying to finish up the detail work on what you see on my desktop now. I actually started about an hour ago and figured, I might as well do some streaming tonight, come hang out and chat with folks while I'm doing this. So, appreciate the follow. And, let's get started with me already dropping things on the floor. Lord have mercy. Where'd it go? Oh, I need to do something about this horrid room lighting. Y'all bear with me. Like, there is way too much glare going on in here. Yeah, that's why. The ring light above me that I use to light my desk is just like killing me. Let's see if I can get it out of frame here. Maybe. There we go. Alright, so I have got a lot of things that just need touched on this evening. So let's get started and get to doing some touching here. I'm going to start with these two horned demons, because I'm seeing some white on their shoulders, which means obviously I missed a spot. And do I need to adjust that camera? Good Lord. Oh, lovely. Green paint still wet. Alright. Sometimes you just gotta hold their hand. Here you go. We need to come back and do his eyes and some of his facial details. First things first, I don't want to see any white. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that elbow's like looking really ashy. It's so white. Okay. Touch that one good. Let's get over here and see. He's looking good, although he needs some touch up around his horns with some ivory. Then we will get some white for his eyes. Let's see. The little dude here is looking good. Just a couple little touches on him that need to be touched. Alright, so let's focus on I've got these two dudes that have got some touch-up that needs to be done around them with a fine point brush. Gotta love when you start a stream and then your software says, hey, there's an update available. No, not right now, there isn't. We are not updating in the middle of kicking this on. Not tonight. Alright. So I've got two wraiths that I want a really eerie blue on. They are painted silver right now. I want to add an ethereal looking blue to their coats, to their color scheme, to make them look more ghostly. So we are going to throw out some ethereal blue. Let me shake this good first. I hope my audio is playing nice tonight. I probably need to drop down the desktop audio a little bit. Just to keep it from overpowering things. Alright. Let's throw out some ethereal blue. And you know, I really think that's a turquoise. That's Xanathar blue. What am I going to be happy with? Let's try this ethereal blue and see what I think of it. I mean, that's the best I can offer right now, right? Okay. Wonder if there's any place else I might be able to use this ethereal blue since I just slapped so much of it onto my brush tonight. I want like a really ice blue, if possible. What do I have? That is listed as Steely Cobalt. Not really what I'm looking for. Southern Bluebell. Southern Bluebell may rock my world tonight. And it's already open. Even better yet, right? Let's grab some Southern Bluebell and swirl it into his coat color. This might be more of what I am looking for. Oh yeah, I think going with this third color. Oh, yes. So I think this is definitely going to accomplish what I wanted to see. Get more of that ghostly blue color in the face. There we go. I feel like that gives me a more wraith-like appearance. Perfect. And my cleanup baby wipe has already dried out, so it's time for a fresh one. Okay. I thought I had some troll green here. Let me see if I can find it. Green flame. Treant green. Wild emerald. Okay, am I imagining that this green exists? Maybe it's troll skin. Here it is. Let's get some paint going. I need to touch up one of these little devils over here. And then I've got to touch up my dark mantles. I am really quite pleased with the results of my Hezru. He just looks absolutely menacing. Especially the spikes on his back being darker than the rest of him. So, pleased as punch with him. And he's actually what I would consider done, except for some touch up on his feet where I overpainted. We'll come back to him. But let's get these dudes touched up. So I was hanging out on Blizz's stream a little while ago. Watched him play some game that he was panicking because he knew there was going to be a jump scare at some point, but it never actually happened. So, but it was funny just to watch him getting uptight because that's normally not the genre of game he plays. And so it was just entertaining to see. Okay, these guys are touched, but I've got the inside of one foot that I've seriously got to fix. And it looks like I have a support that I didn't cut off. Okay. Got him doctored up and looking sharp. Alright, so this demon over here has got some overpaint on his horns that I need to address. Which one of you fellas was it? Both of you by the looks of it. So let's grab a little ivory, or wraithbone I think it was. Wraithbone it was. I also want to check my minotaurs and make sure my minotaur's horns are good, since I'm going to be breaking this paint out to use it. Might as well check everybody that uses it. Ugh. Ooh, that did not want to open. Alright, let's get in here and fix some horns, shall we? Okay. One down, one to go. Sit him down and grab the other. Fix that overpaint around those horns. Got it. Alright, let's sit him down. Let's grab the Minotaur. Being careful of the ears. I don't want to paint his ears the same color as his horn. His ears need to be the same color as the rest of his hide. Which they are, unless I screw up while touching him up tonight. Okay. Second one was actually in much better condition in terms of no overpaint. Okay. Excellent. Alright. My hill giant friend here needs his shoes fixed, where they got some green paint on them. So I need a little bit of coal black for him. Let's close up the wraithbone. Move some stuff around. Don't need a whole lot of this. Shit. Yep. going to be coming back and fixing his feet now because I got ham-fisted with that. Okay, let's go take a look at the Minotaur's hooves, which are also black, which have some gray on them now. Okay, hooves are doctored. I feel like a veterinarian. If you stay off those for a few days, you'll be fine. Problem right now is I'm painting with a rubber nib, and I probably should be using a brush to get into the back of this. Okay, we do have some touch-up to do on the back of his legs, but that black on the hooves is going to have to dry first. Alright, I think our our clay golem is done. Hill Giant needs to be fixed yet. Alright, let's touch up the Hazaru's feet so we can get him off the map here, so to speak. Let's get that nice devilish red out again. Now, because I used a wash on him, I'm going to have to wash him again with the shadow wash to get this to blend in good. Alright, let's move him out of the way. And this little guy is touched up well enough. We just need to probably touch his toes a little bit. Alright, I'm going to move him over into the done pile. Move these guys over into the done pile. This will give me some room to work here too. Alright, my wraiths, their bases need to be painted black. Let me grab a suitable brush for that and let's knock it out. Going to be changing out my wax paper here in the next day or two, that's for sure. Okay, wraith bases are done. All right. So I need to fix the back of the Minotaur's legs. Let me check on my dwarven friends over here. I've got one that is totally unpainted that needs to be done. Okay, let's check on our Behirs. I need to fix their legs, which I need to take a look at their skin. I believe it's this color. Let me put some of this in the pan just to make sure. Nope, that's not the right color. It's not that one. You know what? I think I did a mix with that, and that's going to be hell to fix that. Okay. Well. I'm going to need to go clean some brushes here in a minute. And a paint pan by the looks of it. Oh, we are jammed. Let me unjam us. No! And I don't need that much yellow. What happens when you squeeze on it and nothing's coming out and you continue to squeeze on it? Okay. I need a little more light just to get this dude's eyes. Okay. Those horrible, baleful yellow eyes. Don't mind me. It's been a long day. Need a little bit more on the brush than that if I'm going to do that. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna need to clean some brushes. Y'all bear with me for just a minute. I'm gonna run to the kitchen and clean some brushes real good. I will be right back. Okay. Actually, I have to go run the brushes because I looked over my shoulder and realized there was a whole thing of brushes sitting here in the other cup behind me. Like I thought my brush cup was looking a little, kind of empty tonight. That's why. Let's do some mouths. Probably not him. Oh my God, my Minotaur looks like he's wearing shades, y'all. Might be a little too much black in the eye. And this one just looks cartoonish. Okay. Alright, let's get a hold of some Payne's Gray and do this mantle that needs to be touched up. I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's bring these cloakers, call them mantles. They're not mantles, they're cloakers. Let's touch up these cloakers. So I need a fresh paint pan and the Payne's Gray, which I am looking across the table for. Okay. I don't want a really super wide brush because I'm going to be going down by the tail as well. Let's move him out of the way. Okay. Got to get the inside edge. Okay. Got that looking good. We're going to redo this interior here in a minute. First, I want to go ahead and touch up the other cloaker with the Payne's Gray. Because we seriously got around his tail with the gray and went nuts. Yes, that's a royal we. Alright. A couple little more spots to touch. And then I can move to the interior side and touch it up a little. Alright, so now I want to touch the inside of that cloak. Where is, I have a beautiful purple color floating around here somewhere. Purple worm purple. Get this rocking and rolling. But I've also got to get this purple off my finger now because I'm going to be trailing it everywhere I paint and making a mess. Oh, y'all. Why it does not want to come off my thumb. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's switch to the other cloaker, just because that Payne's Gray's had a moment or two to set and dry. Let's get this interior cloak painted. And for this, I do want a wide brush. Now this was shadow washed at one point. So I will have to shadow wash it again after this purple dries. So even though I'm excited to say, hey, we're close to finish, no, we're not. Because I will have to come back and shadow wash some of these figures where I've touched up paint tonight or repainted areas. Okay. That makes his inside of his cloak really stand out, and when I shadow wash it, it will look phenomenal. Alright, let's pull the second cloaker over here and fix his interior. Again, this was painted and then shadow washed, so I will have to re-shadow wash it. Alright. No dropsies. Alright, so let's get some additional work going tonight. I want to get one of these, this one additional Durgar painted. And then I've got a whole ton of Mephits sitting here that I need to do something with. And these creatures come in various shapes and size, well, various colors or, you know, backgrounds. You have steam Mephits, mud Mephits, you know, smoke Mephits. So I'm going to have to do something different color scheme wise for these to make them multi-usable. So, but let's tackle our remaining Durgar first. He has a forest green and a steel or lead color. Let's see, is that lead? Or is it just a steel gray? Let's look. Well, I do know his hammer is silver, so let's do this. Let's just get the hammer out of the way first. Drop the hammer! Which I am looking for. There we goes my silver. And I will need some forest green for him in a minute. Yay, plugged. Okay. Let's get his hammer and his outer shield ring done, shall we? Just go ahead and knock out the outer shield ring first. Well, the whole shield ring, because then I will do the center in bronze after the silver has dried. Okay. And then the hammer. Okay. Then we need to do some forest green. And some grays. Let's knock out the forest green. Was it emerald? I don't think it was emerald. Because it was darker than that. Oh, jeez. I need like a map of what color paints I've used. Hunter green it was. Okay, so top half, back, and then elbows. And I just stuck my hand right in the fucking silver on the shield. We will leave the area with his pauldrons alone, and then he's going to have to dry before I can do anything with the rest of his top half. Now his boots I can go ahead and address. I think I'm going to do them a little different. I think in my previous incarnations I did them in gray and they're kind of blending into the ground. So I think he's going to get a pair of black boots. Let me bring the black back over here. Okay. Now he has black boots. Alright. And then we will do his armor and his pouch in gray. But first he's got to dry. So we're going to sit him right there. Toss this brush into clean. Alright. Wraiths I am content with. Let's move them over now that they're dry. Beaver nuggets need a little bit of touch up on their toesies. Okay, y'all. I feel like this is going to break out in the theme song to The Office at any minute now. Or maybe that's just me, right? Alright. I got some green touch-ups I need to do in a few places. This brush sucks. It needs to be thrown away. And we're fixing to throw it away. Goodbye, crappy brush. need to buy some new brushes anyways. Alright. Beavers are touched good. Those two demons are touched good. Let's see what I need to do with the Minotaur. None of those paints match. Where's Minotaur hide? Minotaur hide. Alright, y'all. Minotaur hide. Oh! Minotaur hide's almost dry and then comes rushing out when I squeezed it too hard. Had to touch the back of his ankles where I got messy earlier. And both of these dudes. Okay, touched up good, although I need a fine line. And it might be just about time to go brush, wash some brushes. But okay, black, bring back the black. Okay, and then the other one. Hey, girlie. You coming to check on your daddy? Hmm? Yeah. What's it, girl? What's it? Huh? I'm sure y'all see that tail off my left side just a wagging. It's because she is up here by my left knee getting head scratches. What would you quit waving that tail for, huh? They don't know you're there now. Huh? Where's that tail? Where's that tail, mamas? Where's that tail? There it is. That's my girl. That's my pretty girl. Yes. That's my pretty girl. You gonna stick your nose up on my table and be nosy? Alright. She's being silly. Let's make sure the vicinity around the toes is good. Okay, let's bring over this Durgar and get his shoulder pads and whatnot going. With a neutral gray. I think I'm going to invest in a wet palette. I saw one the other day. It's like $30 on Amazon. I think I'm going to break down and buy it because it'll keep my paints from drying out in the pan, which would keep me from wasting paint, but with these bigger tubes it's not like it's a major issue. It's when you pay $5 for the little 20 ml bottles and then they dry out real quick on you that you're in trouble. It actually might be a darker color than this. Let's go see. I think it is the charcoal gray that I should be using. Doggone it. All right. Which one of my puppies just slid into here with me? Hey, Rocky. You coming to see your daddy? Okay. His axe handle needs to be brown. So I need another really fine point, which I'm running out of fine points. Okay. Axe handle is now brown. We need to do his face and his beard. Alright. Beard and hair looks like wraithbone. Face looks like a gray. Let's get the beard and hair done, and then we'll come back and do the face after the wraithbone dries. Alright. We'll get his face and his hand. And then let's go ahead and take a look at that center of that shield. That is more than likely my dwarven bronze, which I am looking across the table for. And of course not seeing. Oh, there it is. Let's get that shield center. That way we can get our Dargar wrapped up. It's going to take a lot to do that center, so let's grab a brush and go to town. Alright, face needs to dry. Alright, so methods. I've got to do an ice method, so let's use our ethereal blue. How about frost blue to do, and then we'll use these other blues as highlights. So I want to do maybe 3. And that looks like it did not mix well. So we're going to stir the hell out of that. Ice method. There we go. We'll come back and give him some highlights. White and lighter blue. Okay, 2 of those. Let's get some more paint and get a third one going. Okay, and then mud methods, we're going to do brown. And then smoke methods, I'm going to do probably in black and gray, make them look kind of sooty. And that way we'll get these bad guys up and done and ready to go. Okay, so those will be our ice methods. And then let's knock out, I want to say let's do some smoke methods. So I've got a couple of different grays. I've got Payne's gray, I've got black. gonna need some more gray here. Alright. Damn things look more like gargoyles painted gray. But when I put some black on them and then do some shadow wash, it'll give them more of a sooty look. So for now, the base coat's going to be this gray, and that's fine. Okay. Mud methods. It's going to be a brown color. Let's see, my earth brown is, that's raw umber. Earth brown is this color here, which is looking a little dry, so let's throw some fresh on there. And let's do 3 of these bad boys in this color. Okay. Okay, 2 mud methods. I just realized my wraith bone is sitting over there open. Let's close that up so it doesn't dry out. And then alright, y'all. Alright, that gives me 3 mud methods. Alright, let me stop and take stock. It's a little after 9. These guys look like they're wearing armor and they have horns, and I want to give them a little more detail than what they have. So I'm going to save them for next go round. And then Mephits definitely. Tell you what, we've got some yellow out that might be dry. Let's touch up the legs on the axe beaks and get them done so that we can get them off the plate of things to do. This is not the right color. It is fire newt orange that we need. It just dawned on me as I'm painting it that this is not the right color. There we go. Okay. Well, that axe beak's done. Let's get this other fella over here, this other handsome looking bird. Alright, I think that does him. Let's take another look at the legs on this one, just to make sure. All right. Let's see what we got to wrap up. We got to get our Durgar face done in his hand, and I need a fine point brush to do this, and I think I am beyond having one of those at this point, so I might have to forego doing his face. Well, I might can risk it with this if I'm really careful. Alright, y'all. I think we got him. His pouch needs to be touched. Let's see what I can do to accommodate that. Get that pouch colored on his belt. Okay. That gives me 5 Durgar. I really wanted 8, but I broke 3 in pruning and trying to paint, so I'm going to have to print a few more of those guys at the end of when I'm done painting everything, or printing everything. I think we're done with the big guy, except for maybe doing a wash with his skin. Minotaurs are good. I think we're going to call it a night, and I will be back online. It's very possibly going to be Friday night, because it's going to be a late night for me coming home from Houston, and so I'm going to have to reschedule my normal Friday night D&D game. So I'll probably do a stream instead, just to have some content out there. So let's say I plan on being back online and seeing y'all Friday evening. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your evening. And hopefully you got some ideas for doing some minis of your own. And, you know, hopefully my 6-year-old kindergarten painting skills didn't turn you off to the hobby. So, alright, other than that, have a great rest of your evening. And we will see you next time.